Warning. The following broadcast contains scenes of a childish nature with use of immature and puerile humor designed to appeal to only the most silly people and encourage them to donate generously to Comic Relief 2021. If you find nothing funny in belching in time to music, lightly singing the words bum and fart, and think double entendre is a musical term, then please watch our gentle Kittens and Rainbows broadcast on the other channel. Don't say you weren't warned.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still here after that, and there's not much more I can say, you're very, very welcome, everyone, to our Comic Relief Special 2021. Thank you for all arriving so promptly, and I have to say, I am delighted and slightly surprised that the numbers are so great. I'd have thought that we'd have had a far greater turnout at the Kittens and Rainbows broadcast, but if you're here for some fun. You're here for silliness, and you're here for rude words. And as I say, if you're offended by the word bum or fart, we will be singing both of them today. We'll also be very much enjoying some excellent double entendres courtesy of dear Nesta. If that's going to offend you, Kittens and Rainbows starts at 2 o'clock. It's marvellous, everybody. Anna has done a wonderful job. And thank you to everyone who sent in pictures of kittens, elephants, puppies, chinchillas, birds, all sorts. Now, we tried to get as many in as possible, but I'm sure you can appreciate we were still receiving them late last night and early this morning. We got the video made yesterday. So we'll put out another Kittens and Rainbows video at some point very soon. But looking forward to today. Hello, everybody. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I woke up this morning with this thing on my nose, and it is terrible. I mean, somebody asked, what on earth happened? How did you have that horrible thing growing out of you? And the nose said, I don't know, but I wish you'd stop singing. Anyway, so let's, oh dear. I'll tell you what, these things are better than they used to be. At least they're not made out of plastic anymore. And I remember the very first year I had these, ladies and gentlemen, which would be 1987, I think was the first year. It literally cut the blood supply off to my nose. I'd made the grand statement to my class. I was going to wear the red nose all day and get sponsorship for it. And by the end, I literally had cuts in my nose. Oh well, the things we do for charity, everybody. Speaking of which, wonderful to see everybody. And but says Nikki, thank you. And so I hope you're having a great day today. Sorry to hear that some of you are suffering from the effects of your jab, but it's just so good that you've had it. Mine is booked in for a week tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. I should be having my first jab and looking forward to that. And lots and lots and lots of fun today. Glenn says, please restrict yourselves to singing, fart. Well, this is the lovely thing about today, folks. And in all seriousness, if anybody's genuinely worried that they're going to hear something genuinely offensive, it's not that kind of a broadcast. The piece POX on You for a FOP is written by Henry Purcell, a great English composer. Him, operas like Dido and Aeneas and King Arthur, and wonderful works like Hear My Prayer, O Lord. But he had a third string to his bow, one might say. And he would very often retire to the pub after a good rehearsal with all his friends and have a good sing. And that's why he wrote this particular song. And as I'm going to say to everybody when we start officially at 2 o'clock, this piece was my white whale. This was my Allegris Miserere, that had never been written down, and Mozart had to go and transcribe it and so on. I heard about POX on You for a FOP when I was at university, okay, and singing in the cathedral choir. So up until that point, I had no idea. I thought Henry Purcell was a composer of lovely English music, and we all went to the pub afterwards, and everyone was talking about this song, which was called POX on You, and I'm desperate to find it. I thought it sounded fantastic. It took me 15 years to find a copy. Now, of course, you can find it on the internet. Once I found it, I thought, I can't wait to teach it to a choir. And then, oddly enough, I've never had the opportunity to stand in front of a group of people and teach them this song. Okay, I mean, it's not as if there aren't other songs in the repertoire that are silly. Obviously, we sing quite a few of them, and there's quite a few songs also that are downright rude. If you look at the music of Mozart, for example, he wrote a lovely little piece called Leg mich in Arsch, which is effectively kiss my bum. The words translated mean something a little bit more interesting than that. And this was Mozart writing this. Bach wrote a whole cantata about how wonderful coffee was. So these are human beings. Purcell, though, I don't think there's a composer to match him in terms of just sheer, puerile fun. And so that's what we're going to have today, everybody. Now, it is in aid of comic relief. And so I'd appreciate it if you enjoy today, if you would consider donating it to comic relief if you'd like to. If you'd like to donate to another charity, I just think we should all do our bit today to support worthy causes. So if you're happy to support comic relief, well, then please do donate. The donation link is in the description for today. If that's not your bag, consider making a donation to another charity on our behalf. All right, everybody. Nikki says, bet the medal pales in significance to this opportunity. Oh, yeah, this is properly important, this stuff. All right, don't tell the Queen, but this just is a whole other level. Now, speaking of nice pieces, I've got to check my sound files. And if you came along early and grabbed your music, I have updated, by which I mean completely changed the program for today. So do check the description, because we've got, it's a little bit of a story, ladies and gentlemen, in today's broadcast. We start, obviously, with a little bit of What You Fancy Does You Good. So the music for that's in the description. We're then going to sing Nesta's wonderful ode to cheese. We have, after all, to induce the belching and farting of POX on you. So in order to do that, we'll sing Nesta's ode to cheese. And she's written another verse, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just so delighted she chose this week to send in the verse, because I'm not sure I'd have been able to share it with the full choir in any other situation than today. And you'll see why when you read it. There's a full Kenneth Williams alert for this new verse, okay? So there'll be quite a few people out there when we sing it, we're going, okay? Just bear that in mind. It's marvellous. After the ode to cheese, everyone, we will then learn POX on you for a FOP. I'm going to treat it as I would do any other classical work. We will have the score on screen. I've prepared a recording for you in Patray Cathedral with the lovely sound, and those belches are going to resonate throughout the nave and the cloisters. And then to finish, we have the wonderful My Old Man's a Dustman. And so we got the story from, oh, well, I feel like a bit of a snack, have some cheese, don't feel very well, and end up in the bin. So that's the plan for this afternoon. If we run a bit short, I've also got one other song just in the back pocket, which, again, just fits in stylistically. So I just want to check that everything's working. So first of all, let me just check a bit of My Old Man's a Dustman. Yeah, that's all good. Now, here's a little story. Here's a little What You Fancy. Great. Fabulous. And let's just check the opening bars of POX on you for a FOP. And this is the kind of thing to expect. Here we go.
POX on you. POX on you. POX on you for a FOP.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen. And I've played that rather deliberately. If you're there sitting there and thinking, no, this really isn't for me. Kittens and Rainbows is about to start in less than 2 minutes. And consider yourselves thoroughly warned. And yes, we'll see you very soon. If you're disappearing off to watch the kittens. Of course, you're more than welcome to watch both. You can have 2 screens going at once. You can get the double home choir experience. Might be an idea, actually. If we get to a particularly traumatic bit on this broadcast, you can just glance at the kittens, all right? And don't look directly at the silliness, and it'll soon disappear. Fabulous. It's so lovely to see everyone. Yuck, says Terry. There you are, Terry. Kittens and Rainbows is waiting for you. What's fantastic, you can see this, is the contrast here. Okay, see Terry, yuck, Nikki, excellent. I think we've found the level. Don't you, everybody? Brina says, oh dear, I might have to run away to the kittens. There we are, everyone. So this is why, you see, we look after you. We think of these things. And so if you do feel like going to watch the kittens, then we'll see you later on. Otherwise, we'll be getting started in under a minute. So please do make sure you've got everything you need for this session. You're going to need a drink. And, well, it might be a fizzy one if you want to, because, well, you could put that to good use, of course. Please make sure that you keep chatting throughout this broadcast. In all seriousness, ladies and gentlemen, all silliness aside, this is designed to make you laugh. And if it raises a smile, it's done everything it's supposed to do. So that's what today is meant to do. It's all in good fun, and I do hope you have a lot of fun. So keep chatting, keep laughing, keep up with the emojis, because I'm going to be looking at them, and I can't wait to see what you come up with today. So everyone, I think we should get started, don't you? it's that time again. So if you'll help me out, please, everyone. And I'm just going to put the warning back up on the screen, just for those who aren't sure. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I say here, well, first of all, very good afternoon, and just watch out. Today, we've got a few cheeky words like balm and fart, and this is not regular for home choir, this is not regular for quarantine choir, but today, being Comic Relief Day here in the UK, we're raising money for that very worthwhile cause. So if you like what we do today, please give generously to Comic Relief, and hope you enjoy yourselves. Now, before we get started, I've just got my usual quick plugs, ladies and gents, because we've got quite a lot coming up on the channel. First of all, at the moment, right now, is a special premiere on YouTube of a wonderful little video called Kittens and Rainbows, and that's full of photographs that you've sent in and photos of our cats as well. Basically, it's a nice, relaxing video with some lovely music. My very dear wife, Anna, has made this for you. Do please enjoy it, either during this broadcast or after, as many times as you like. Share it with your friends. Lots of pictures of very happy kitties and animals and lovely rainbows. Very lovely music. Speaking of lovely music, please do join me on Sunday for our Sacred Sing, and I appreciate that plugging the Sacred Sing in the middle of the POX on You broadcast is a little bit odd, but you know, any opportunity. We have some fantastic music on Sunday, some Stanford, some Mozart, and the premiere of Let Justice and Judgment. This will be the audio only on Sunday. The video will follow the following week, but it sounds fantastic. So just a quick normal plug there, nothing rude about that. Now let's look at our program for today, everyone. So as promised, we're going to be singing some cheeky songs with some slightly rude lyrics and some terrible jokes. All right, so it's all designed to make you chuckle. The first thing we'll do is we'll sing a little of What Your Fancy Does You Good, very much an anthem for us in the quarantine choir. We'll follow that with Ode to Cheese, because I don't know about you, I could fancy a bit of cheese, particularly after the events of the last couple of weeks, where I received from my wonderful choristers, Kit Kat in particular, the largest collection of cheeses ever seen by man. It's basically, we've had to buy a second fridge to hold all the cheese, and so I thought, if we're having to live with all this cheese, only fair that you do as well. But we have an extra verse that's been written specially for us by Nestor, who wrote the words in the first place, and I think you're going to enjoy them. But as I say, full Kenneth Williams alert for these new lyrics. Following that, we'll learn POX on You for a FOP by Henry Purcell, a 3-part round with 3 very interesting characters and a lot of fun. And then finally, my old man's Dustman, of course. So everyone, just one more quick thing before we start. If you would like to be considered for these free sponsor places on the SIC Messiah course, we still have a few left. Please contact Anna, and her email address is there. It is first come, first served for that. All right, everyone, so let's get warmed up, shall we? I appreciate warming up in a programme where the main song is all about belching and farting. Well, I think we'll have to be careful about how we warm up today, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, no gambling, I think. All right, so let's take a nice deep breath and sigh. And again. And a deep sigh. Fantastic. Take a nice deep breath in, raise your shoulders, and as you breathe out, let your shoulders fall. Fantastic. Roll your head around, please, folks. We're going to have some fun. Okay, brilliant. Now let's do a bit of gentle humming, shall we? And we're just going to go with me. And again. One more. Now ooh, ooh, and again. Ooh, now oh, again. Oh, now one more. Now one more. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. A very, very brief warm-up, because we've got lots of fantastic music to sing today. And as I've said, it's in aid of Comic Relief. Please don't forget, if you can, make a donation to this worthy charity, or to a charity of your choice if you prefer. Now I'm going to bring the words back, ladies and gents. We're going to make a start on our first song today. A little of What Your Fancy Does You Good. And when I taught you this song, I was saying this verse here is cheeky little verse. And of course, if you take it entirely as read, there's nothing in any way suggestive about this. On the other hand, you can see this in an entirely different way. And on this particular Friday, I invite you to find all the hidden meanings and all the double entendres, all the moments that you can. So let's enjoy Marie Lloyd's fantastic classic, A Little of What You Fancy Does You Good. It's nearly the weekend, folks. If you fancy it, well, why not have it? Here we go. bit of musical. We ready, ladies and gentlemen? I never was the one to go and stint myself. God, yeah. Are you ready? 2, 3, 4. I never was the one to go and stint myself. If I like a thing, I like it, that's enough. But there's lots of people say that if you like a thing a lot, it'll grow on you and all that sort of stuff. Now I like my drop of stout as well as anyone, but a drop of stout's supposed to make you fat. And there's many a lordy-doddy madam doesn't care to touch it, 'cause she mustn't spoil her figure, silly cat. Everyone, I always hold in having it if you fancy it. If you fancy it, that's understood. And suppose it makes you fat, I don't worry over that, 'cause a little of what you fancy does you good. Have a banana, I always hold in having it if you fancy it. If you fancy it, that's understood. And suppose it makes you fat, I don't worry over that, 'cause a little of what you fancy does you good. Right, let's sing this next verse, ladies and gentlemen, about catching a certain train. Seeing a couple of people sitting there. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4. I had to catch a certain train the other day, and I very nearly missed it, I declare. But the guard said, "Jump in, sir," and then he shoved me into first, and I found a nice young couple sitting there. I could see that honeymoon was stamped all over them. I felt sorry for the lady and the chap. So I said to them, "Excuse me, but if you want to have a cuddle, 'cause I'm going to have a nut." You know what I say, ladies and gentlemen? I always hold in having it if you fancy it. If you fancy it, that's understood. And suppose it makes you fat, don't worry over that, 'cause a little of what you fancy does you good. One more time, folks, here we go. I always hold in having it if you fancy it. If you fancy it, that's understood. And suppose it makes you fat, I don't worry over that, 'cause a little of what you fancy does you good. Way. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Very well done indeed. Oh, need one of those noises. Absolutely. As Nikki said quite rightly, cuddle. All right, brilliant job. Well done, everybody. A little bit of what you fancy does you good. Drop a stout, bit of a cuddle, or a nice tasty snack, okay? Do you know what my favourite snack is? You can probably tell by looking at me. Cheese. Oh, I like me some cheese. I like a wonderful array of cheeses, a grand selection, if you like. Now, speaking of which, how about this for a selection, ladies and gentlemen? Now, this was originally written by dear Nesta. I hope you're watching today, Nesta. We love your songs. We love your poems. Thank you so much. And she sent this one to me with the instructions to be sung to the tune of Clementine, which works really well. When you've eaten up your dinner, then the next thing that would please is a platter with some crackers and a lovely choice of cheese. Brilliant, brilliant song. And so we sang it like that first time, and I thought, it's so good. These words are so good. You know, the tune itself is fine, but it's a folk song. As Tom Lehrer once memorably said, the problem with folk music is that it was written by the people. And he's right, yeah? If you want a good tune, you need to look to a professional. And so I thought, what better tune, what better professional composer could we turn to than the great Ludwig van Beethoven with his incredible Ninth Symphony? And so, meant with no respect to Beethoven and no offence meant to anybody, we're going to sing this wonderful ode to cheese. Please note, ladies and gentlemen, the fifth verse, which is brand new today and has a full-on double klaxon Kenneth Williams warning. So do enjoy our Ode to Cheese, and thank you again for this one, Nesta. This is just so much fun. Right, here we go, folks. Ode to Cheese, and K's, everyone.
Kisa, when you've eaten up your dinner, then the next thing that would please is a platter with some crackers and a lovely choice of cheese. Edam, Gouda, Double Gloucester, Wensleydale and Buxton Blue, Cheddar, Stilton, Mascarpone and some Monterey. Everyone! Edam, Gouda, Double Gloucester, Wensleydale and Buxton, Cheddar, Stilton, Mascarpone and some Monterey Jack too.
Okay, next verse, here we go.
Bright red Leicester and Montego, Emmentaler, Chèvre, Brie, Gruyère, Feta, Gorgonzola, Camembert, Halloumi, where the red grapes and the white grapes lie reclining on a plate. There's a wedge of stinking Bishop, mozzarella fine Comté, where the red grapes and the white grapes lie reclining on a plate. There's a wedge of stinking Bishop, mozzarella fine Comté.
Now, this next verse, ladies and gentlemen, every word enunciated clearly. Are we ready? No giggling.
There is such a grand selection, one to meet most people's tastes. Hard or soft, cream, red or blue veined. Take your time, don't choose in haste. There is Swiss cheese, provolone, some ricotta and roquefort. Now we've been through cheeses, it is time to pass the port. There is Swiss cheese, provolone, some ricotta and roquefort. Now we've been through all the cheeses, it is time to pass the port. It is time to pass the port. Pass the port.
Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Nesta, for that. It's just exquisite. Just as a cheese course should be, balanced between fun, extremely clever, and absolutely filthy. I love it. Thank you so much for that. And thank you, everyone, for singing along. Did you notice the little moment? Well done. Well, look, I don't know about you folks, but after a nice, heavy course of cheese, there's usually a little bit of inner dialogue, shall we say? Okay, I get in touch with my inner self, and usually there's a definite response, and so that this is a piece that I was desperately trying to find from the age of 18 up until my early 30s. I learned this song, POX on You for a FOP. I'm going to show you the first page. POX on You for a FOP by the great Henry Purcell. He of Dido and Aeneas and King Arthur and all these wonderful, wonderful anthems. I was told about this piece while sitting in the pub after a choral evensong by a whole load of my singing chums, who then proceeded to sing it for me, and I thought it was amazing. I tried to find it, and I couldn't. And I eventually found it in a little shop in the Netherlands when we were on holiday together, Anna and I, and I've been wanting to teach it to a choir for the best part of 25 years. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is the day. So what's great about this song is, yes, it is funny, and yes, you do have to belch, okay? And please make sure when you do belch, if you are going to attempt a real belch, just please be careful. All right, it's perfectly fine, certainly in a choral setting, to give a fake belch. Okay, if you want to just go bah, like that, then that's fine. Okay, please don't hurt yourselves trying to belch for real. That's the first thing to say. Secondly, I'm doing this one down in in pitch. If you see here, the note's actually at quite high pitch. We're going to do this down a fourth. You can, of course, start on any note you like when you're singing it by yourselves, but just bear in mind it's going to be a bit lower. And the other thing about this song, one of the things I love about it is that it has 3 characters. Okay, the first line is the rude one. The first line is the outrageous person in the group. And we all, if you have a circle of friends, there's going to be a quiet one. Okay, there's going to be an outrageous one. And there's going to be one who sort of stands on the side and just sort of goes, oh, you guys, come on. And that's what this song is all about, okay? We have just seen so many people so go, I can't belch, I went to boarding school. No, absolutely, Sue, I believe you. Yes, we all do. So this top line, okay, the first guy who sings, he is the disgusting one, okay? He's the guy who loves belching and farting and does it for shock effect, okay? So all that's the introduction. Let me take you through it, ladies and gents. It is great fun, all right? So first thing, please, have a drink. You're going to need it. So this is what's called a catch. So we sing the top line and it goes all the way through. Then you go back to the beginning, you sing the second line and you go all the way through. And then you go back to the beginning, you sing the third line, and you go all the way through. All right? So the top line, as I say, actually, we're going to do it in the key that I just said we were going to do it in. The top line is sung by this outrageous rake of a character. And so what you have to do is you belch on the first beat of the bar. We're in 3 beats in the bar. You place the belch beautifully on the first beat. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1. So you belch there. So 1 after 3. 1, 2, 3, belch. Pox on you. Burr. Pox on you, burp. Pox on you for a FOP. All right, that's how that line goes. Let's try that from the beginning. Okay, I'm not going to belch live in front of you all. I do actually have a little bit of respect for my, for all of you, this lovely choir. So fake belches all around here. After 2, 1, after 3, 1, 2, 3. Burp. Pox on you, burp. Pox on you, burp. Pox on you for a FOP. Great, well done. Notice the on you is on the beat. So burp, pox on you, burp, pox on you, burp, pox on you for a FOP. Okay, good. Then we sing, your stomach too queasy. All right, now I always sing your stomach's too queasy. If you want to put that in, that's fine. I'll sing that again. Your stomach's too queasy. Sing that with me. 1, 2. Your stomach's too queasy. Fabulous from the beginning. It's important to get these belches in the right place. So there's your note. After 3. 1, 2, 3. Burp. Pox on you. Burp. Pox on you. Burp. Pox on you for a FOP. Your stomach's too queasy. Great. Now, this is where things start to get interesting. We sing, cannot I belch and fart? Okay. Cannot I belch? After 2. 1, 2. Cannot I belch and fart? Good. Thank you very much. Be really careful on the way down through the belch. Make sure that the fart doesn't go flat. Okay, want to make sure that the fart retains its tone, as it were. All right. So once more, cannot I belch? 1, 2. Cannot I belch and fart? Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen, for enunciating those words so beautifully. We then sing, you coxcomb to ease me. Listen to that again. And coxcomb, by the way, is a dandy. Okay, you coxcomb. It's 1, 2. You coxcomb to ease me. All right, once more with me. 1, 2. You coxcomb to ease me. And then the last line from this objectionable character is, what if I let fly in your face and shall please ye? Isn't he a lovely character, this chap? Isn't he great? What if I let fly in your face and shall please ye? Ready? 1, 2. What if I let fly in your face and shall please ye? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's sing it from the start. This top line. Okay, remember the other two characters are nowhere near as disgusting and rude as this one. So kind of get it all out of the way in the first section. All right. So don't get your belch. No tuning for that. So I say try not to go flat. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Burp. Pox on you. Burp. Pox on you. Burp. Pox on you. For a FOP. Your stomach's too queasy. Cannot I belch? Cannot I belch and fart? You cocks come to ease me. What if I let fly in your face and shall please ye? Excellent job, everybody. Now, I know it's a little bit on the tricky side. There is a recording that's going to follow along where you can follow along with the singers and you'll hear all of these beautiful sounds beautifully mixed in the cathedral setting. Okay, so that's the first character. All right, and he's horrible. He's really gross. And so everyone else in the group, well, there's another chap in the group who really doesn't like this guy. And so he sings, fo, fo, ugh, fo, fo. How sour he smells. Okay, so this is the guy reacting to the first guy. So, oh dear, oh dear. So we sing after 2. It goes 1, 2, fo, 3, 1, 2, fo, 3, 1, 2. How sour he smells. Sorry, but did the wrong slide. Once more, fo, please. 1, 2, fo, 3, 1, 2, fo, 3, 1, 2. How sour he smells. Fabulous. I just want to let you know at home, if you're working really, really hard at pronouncing these words beautifully in a choral style, please stop. Okay? It's not that kind of piece. It's to be sung in a pub, and it's supposed to be really, really raucous. So if you have, and lots of you say, I went to boarding school, I went to a proper school. Let your proper voices out for this one. You say I'm going proper Cockney, all right, going more Essex. If you know, let your proper voices shine through on this one, all right? So, how sour he smells, we've gotten to. Now he's at it, now he's at it again. Listen to that, now he's at it, 1, 2. Now he's at it, now he's at it again. Great. So let's go from the beginning. Fo. After 2, are we ready? 1, 2, fo. 3, 1, 2, fo. 3, 1, 2. How sour he smells. Now he's at it. Now he's at it again. Thank you, everyone. Now we sing, ouchie beast, ouchie beast. Okay, so get out of here, disgusting man. So it is 1, 2, ouchie beast, ouchie beast. Okay, and then I never met so nasty a man. Let's do that again. I never met. 1, 2, I never met so nasty a man. Fabulous. Who out, ye beast? I never met so nasty a man. And you know, we all know people like this. Okay, so if you've ever met somebody who you just wish you could say, oh, for goodness sake, go away. It's that character. Okay, ouchie beast. 1, 2, ouchie beast, ouchie beast. I never met so nasty a man. And then, I'm not able to bear it. What the devil do you mean? Okay, I'm not able to bear it. Have a listen. 1, 2. I'm not able to bear it. What the devil do you mean? Fabulous. Well done, everyone. So back to the beginning. Let's sing that second part through. Fo. Okay, here we go. After 2. 1, 2. Fo. 3, 1, 2. Fo. 3, 1, 2. How sour he smells. Now he's at it. Now he's at it again. Ouchie beast. Ouchie beast. I never met so nasty a man. I'm not able to bear it. What the devil do you mean? Great. Thank you, everyone. So look, we've got one more voice to put in, and then we can have a go at singing this all the way through. What's amazing is when all the parts combine, you get a wonderful harmony, which makes you think, oh, it's a lovely piece of church music, but it's not. So now we have the third friend, and this is the friend who stands on the sidelines and is full of useful, by which I mean useless knowledge. You know, the person who says, oh no, it was, in fact, I think you'll find it was this person. So this person standing on the sidelines proclaiming that no less than a Caesar declared with great reason, no restraint should be laid on the bum or the wheezin, for belching and farting were always in season. And if you're following along on the score, you'll see at the bottom that it was, in fact, it was Claudius who, when he, the Emperor Claudius, who when he apparently first heard that one of his number had nearly died whilst trying to hold in some flatulence at a meal, proclaimed that there should be no restraint laid on making those noises as a compliment to the chef. So there we are. So our third voice goes 1, 2,
No less than a Caesar, no less than a Caesar.
sing that for me. 1, 2,
No less than a Caesar, no less than a Caesar.
very nice. Very good. Thank you, everyone. We then sing
No, no, no less than a Caesar.
Okay, back to this. No, no. 1, 2.
No, no, no less than a Caesar.
Great. We then sing
Decreed with great reason.
This is a bit trickier here. So it's
Decreed with great reason.
sing that for me, everybody. 1, 2.
Decreed with great reason.
And then here's the fun bit.
No restraint should be laid on the bum or the wheezin.
Okay, so we've got a little bit of a runny bit. No restraint. It's quite appropriate for this broadcast. No restraint. 1, 2.
No restraint should be laid on the bum or the wheezin.
And the wheezin, by the way, is your gullet. Okay, so no restraint on the bum or the wheezin. The last line,
for belching and farting were always in season.
Everybody, and
for belching and farting were always in season.
Okay, so let's sing that third part from the start, and we can then have a go at singing the whole thing. No less than a Caesar. Here we go. After 2, 1, 2.
No less than a Caesar, no less than a Caesar. No, no, no less than a Caesar. Decreed with great reason. No restraint should be laid on the bum or the wheezin, for belching and farting were always in season.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so that is the full song. And what you do is you decide, are you going to sing the first time, second or third? You sing all the way through, all right? So we all get to be the first, second and third voice. It's just which part do you start at? And do enjoy yourselves. If you feel like making all of these joyous noises, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, as they say, well then please feel free. I can't imagine there being a scenario where we're all in the same room singing face to face and getting away with doing this. So this, I think this is the only place I could get away with teaching POX on you without being, well, mobbed afterwards. So let's enjoy this fantastic piece by Henry Purcell, everybody. And yeah, here we go. Here it is. So, and
pox on you, pox on you, pox on you for a FOP. Your stomach's too queasy. Cannot I belch and fart? You cocks come to ease me. What if I let fly in your face and shall please ye? Fo, pox on you, fo, pox on you. How sour he smells. Now he's at it, now he's at it again. Cannot I belch, ouchie beast, I never met so nasty a man. I'm not able to bear it. What the devil do you mean? For less than a season, for less than a season, no, for less than a season, your stomach great reason. Cannot I belch, cannot I belch and fart? Some comes too easy. What if I let fly in your face and shall please you? Fo-fo, fo-fo, how sour he smells. Now he's at it, now he's at it again. Ouchie beast, I never met so nasty a man. I'm not able to bear it. What the devil do you mean? No less than a Caesar, no less than a Caesar, no less than a Caesar, decreed with great reason. No restraint should be laid on the bum or the wheezin', for belching and farting were always in season.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been waiting for 25 years to teach that one, and it's a main ductors. They look forward to the big works, Verdi's Requiem, for example, Britain's War Requiem. For me, it's all been about POX on you. So thank you for singing that one with me. I really hope you enjoyed it. And at very least, I hope it cleared a bit of space for later on. So let's finish off where our minds have been all afternoon, in the gutter with My Old Man to Dustman. Will you join in with me, dear friends, as we sing this one? And again, if you have any connections to London, if you've got any friends who consider themselves Cockneys, this one is for all of you. All right, now, I'm not a Cockney. I am from Essex, which is close, about 5 miles out. But, that does make all the difference. If you've got any Cockney accents, let's have them and have lots and lots of fun. Apologies in advance. The jokes are the worst thing in today's broadcast. So here we go. My old man's a dustman. Off we go. Better put the nose back on. Here we go, everyone. Now, here's a little story. To tell it is a must. About an unsung hero that moves away a dust. Some people make a fortune, others earn a mint. My old man don't earn much, in fact, he's flippin' skint. Everybody? Oh, my old man's a dustman, he wears a dustman's hat. He wears blimey trousers and he lives in a council flat. He looks a proper nana in his great big hobnail boots. He's got such job to pull 'em up that he calls them daisy roots. Some folks give tips at Christmas and some of them forgets. And when he picks their bins up, he spills some on the steps. Now one old guy got nasty and to the council wrote, next time my old man went round there, he punched him up the throat. Oh, my old man's a dustman, he wears a dustman's hat. He wears blimey trousers and he lives in a council flat.
I say.
What do you say?
I found a police dog in my dustbin.
How'd you know it's a police dog, eh?
Well, he had a policeman with him, didn't he?
Oh, no.
Though
my old man's a dustman, he's got a heart of gold. He got married recently, though he's 86 years old. We said, here, hang on, Dad, you're getting past your prime. He said, when you get to my age, son, it helps to pass the time. Oh, my old man's a dustman, he wears a dustman's hat. He wears blimey trousers and he lives in a council flat.
I say.
What do you say then, eh?
My dustbin's full of lilies.
Well, throw them away then.
I can't. Lily's wearing them.
Oh, dear. Now, one day in a hurry, he missed a lady's bin. He hadn't gone but a few yards when she chased after him. What game do you think you're playing? She cried right from the heart. You've missed me, am I too late? Now I've jumped up on the cart. Oh, my old man's a dustman, he wears a dustman's hat. He wears blimey trousers and he lives in a council flat.
I say.
Not you again,
My dustbin's absolutely full of toadstools.
How do you know it's full?
Because there's not much room inside.
My lord.
He
Found a tiger's head one day nailed to a piece of wood.
The tiger looked quite miserable, but I suppose it should. Just then from out a window a voice began to wail. He said, "Oi, where's me tiger's head? 4 foot from his tail." "Oh, my old man's a dustman, he wears a dustman's hat. He wears God blimey trousers and he lives in a council flat. Next time you see a dustman looking all pale and sad, don't kick him in the dustbin, it might be my old dad." Oi!
Ladies and gentlemen of the Quarantine Choir, of Home Choir, and assorted special guests, thank you so much for joining me today for our recital. I do hope it pleased you. I also hope that you had a lot of fun. That's what today's been all about, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing the joy and the gift of laughter. And if it's made you laugh, well, consider giving a donation to Comic Relief or any other charity that moves you today. I feel that if we can share together these wonderful times and we can be together and build this family, we should share that with the world. So if you wouldn't mind, please, giving a donation today, then that would be very, very gratefully received, I'm sure, by everybody. And well done. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too shocking. And remember, you can come back and watch these videos anytime you like. So if you think, oh no, I've missed Kittens and Rainbows, go to the Home Choir website. It's in the performances playlist, and you can watch those lovely Kittens and Rainbows as much as you like. And of course, if you want to come back and sing that farting song, you can, because it's unlikely to turn up at a Sacred Sing anytime soon. So everyone, have a fantastic day. We'll see you on Sunday morning for some beautiful singing, your version of Let Justice and Judgment, which is wonderful. It's the best thing we've done so far, bar none. It's brilliant. So come along on Sunday morning, tell your friends. Wonderful, wonderful Handelian music. There'll be more of that to come in the coming weeks. If you like Handel, obviously Messiah going on with SIC, and we've got some stuff coming up in the pipeline you're going to love. So lots and lots of exciting things coming up soon. But have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll see you soon. All the best. Bye-bye.